I'm going to let you in on a secret. Since we're in a secret place and revealing plenty of other secrets today, we didn't know what we were shooting before we got here. All I'd been told is that there were 4 cars and I was given some model designations, and from that I could build some deductions. E46 M3 V8? Yeah, someone's clearly been playing around. M2 CSL? Well, they already did an M2 CS, so that's just one step beyond. And if you haven't seen the film for those two yet, have a look at the link. These two, though, were more intriguing. So let's have a look, shall we? So what we have here is a maroon 6 Series and a Nürburgring taxi. So far, so ordinary, but actually not ordinary at all. Obviously, it's an E60 M5 and an E63 M6 coupe. This famously is the generation that went hardcore. Naturally aspirated 5-litre V10 with over 500 horsepower. It was a highly strung machine. The V10 E60 arrived in 2005, replacing the V8 E39 M5, a much more soft-centred machine, while the one that came after, 2012's twin-turbo F10 M5, was again more of a business express. At that time, M5s did seem to go in waves. But enough of that. Let's go back to the mid-noughties and into the brains of BMW's M division. Ignore the 25 years livery, that's just something that was plastered on later. What I want you to think about is they were going to take the most uncompromising M5 there had ever been and intensify it, and then do the same work to the M6 coupe. And there was an E61 M5 touring as well. They could have got completely carried away, couldn't they? But what I really want to draw your attention to is this. Yes, there's now a vent where there used to be a number plate, and that's because they needed to get more air into the engine, because this is not the regular V10 5-litre with 507 horsepower. No, it's been bored and stroked to 5.4 litres and over 540 horsepower. But it wasn't just the engine that was modified. I love the mismatched interior in here, the fact they clearly didn't care what components they got, they just wanted to get the engineering right, hence beige with black. But they've pulled all the back seats out. These sort of aftermarket buckets here are pretty cool. But look, you've got a rev counter that goes way beyond 8,000 before it's redlined. But that's not the only mechanical thing, because here, alongside the buttons here, we have the regular gear lever. But it's not the regular sequential manual SMG gearbox in this. No, they fitted it with a twin clutch. There's something I want you to bear in mind before I get out of this and into the M6, and that is these door cards. Because look, they've had a go at a bit of weight saving down here. Come and have a look at the M6. But look how much more stripped out this door card is, and how tinny it sounds as well. They've taken everything off it. Look, the mad angles. They've had to put the window switches out, and just one bar here, much lighter. So this M6 was about lightweighting philosophy and how much weight they could take out. They didn't say how much, but as always, the aim is 100 kilos for a CSL. There's clearly more weight to be saved if they'd gone ahead and taken the seats out. And look, it's the same here on the center console. It's much more stripped out and lightweight. And look what it includes. Remember the original iDrive controllers? This is basically the forerunner of all the touchscreens that you find today. It's amazing to use and very slow and doesn't have much functionality. But that's not what I'm most excited about. What I'm most excited about is these two buttons here, because if I press them, magic things happen outside. Those two buttons operate aerodynamic devices. Look, we've got a rear wing at the back, and under the front there's a separate splitter. Now, BMW didn't make any claims for how much downforce they produce, but isn't it interesting that they thought they might need them if they were going to do a CSL? And that's not the only thing, because look, they've also fitted twin prong mirrors that are smaller for less drag. There's a lot of clever thinking here. Unfortunately, none of this came to pass because BMW never put together the elements of that unique M6 with the powertrain from this M5. These cars were never shown to the board. They were just helpful studies with elements that probably did make it onto later cars. Or not, because as far as I can work out, there has never been an M car with active aero. A dead end then? Well, no, because you have to try these things to see if they work or not. And likewise, you'll have to use your imagination to picture how an E60 M5 CSL could have looked, acted and performed. But the recipe? 540 horsepower naturally aspirated V10, twin clutch gearbox, 100 kilos of weight taken out, active aero. It was a ripper, wasn't it? The kind of M car dreams are made of. A dream that could have become a reality.